All right, nice seeing everybody. Good to finish up here on a positive note. The guys ran today and did a nice job with that. They look like they're have a good foundation. They'll come back and they'll have an actual test, conditioning test when they get back. So, but they sure have worked hard this off season and they finished it up again today. It's been productive, in particular for the young guys, but also for some of the free agents that we brought in, or the draft picks. So they've done well. So with that, and then we'll take a little break here. Coaches and players. Players normally take about a week off, and then it's ramp up time after that. So they've got to get themselves ready for training camp. Message is just make sure that you come back ready to go to the players. So with that, time's yours.
Patrick and Hollywood seem to have just developed more chemistry throughout. And Patrick was talking about a ball that he and Hollywood had earlier, a deep ball that they missed connection on against like a cover zero. Yesterday they hit on a very similar play. How do you see that learning, just how those two guys operate together, kind of developing?
Yeah, as a coach, you look for the communication part of it. Are they willing to share what they're thinking with one another? And they've got a good connection with that part of it. They're talking, and once Patrick knows what Hollywood's thinking, and Hollywood kind of knows where Patrick physically can get the ball to and location of the field, not as much depth as location of the field, then that's a good thing. Yeah.
Coach, Patrick mentioned a couple of times this camp when he wasn't maybe forcing it, you maybe give it a little jab, you're going to take the check down and all that. He said he likes that, to be challenged. Is that kind of the mantra this year, to kind of take some more chances?
Yeah, well,
maybe not chances.
Yeah, so really in this camp, and I always explain this to the quarterbacks, is that this is the time to find out what you can get away with in the pass game. So there are going to be interceptions that take place, but that's okay. Right now you're testing things. And then as you go through camp, as camp goes on, then you start refining it, and hopefully you have the opportunity to do it on every route. Now, is that possible? Probably not, but at least the ones that you haven't done a lot of. And so we're always feeding Patrick new things, and that's to help challenge him because he likes that, and it also makes us better. So he gets in there and he's trying to work with these new routes against all these different coverages that Spags is throwing at you. So it's a nice challenge there.
Coach, going into camp, generally speaking, how are you viewing Sulamataia versus Morris for that open left tackle role?
Yeah, listen, they've both done a nice job. So like the production that we've seen from both of them are young guys. So we'll just see how it all finishes up through camp. It's good competition. We're going to end up playing the 5 best guys, and we'll go from there. But we'll just see how it all plays out.
A night like tonight, where you get the ring ceremony, and for some of these guys it's their third time. I mean, how much do you use a night like tonight and say, "Hey, it's over. We got to move on"? Or have you noticed these guys they've already moved on for this?
Yeah, I said that at the first minicamp, or the first OTA, whatever you want to call it. So it goes by fast. Once you get through that parade, you're kind of off and heading in the direction of the new season. But it's a night. I don't want to slight tonight because there's a lot that goes into that, and there's a lot of hard work that's gone into it, and this is kind of the reward for it. But I think the guys know that it's going to be nice to get the ring, but they've moved on. Yeah.
Andy, Joe Thuney, how's he doing, and what's the plan for him when you guys get to St. Joe?
Yeah, so Joe's working his tail off, getting better. We've got to see exactly how that thing works at him. I'm not sure. We've got to get clearance from the doctor and all that whole process that goes on as we go. But he's made good progress, and he'll be one of those guys that's kind of right on the border, whether he can go or not go from the healing part of it. So.
I mean, is it reasonable to expect that he could be ready to go when the
regular
season starts?
Yes, for the regular season, yeah. I think we should be okay, unless there's a setback somewhere, yeah.
Coach, similar question. Do you think Xavier Worthy is going to be able to go at the beginning of training camp?
Yeah, he should be able to. He'll continue to get treatment here. He's getting better. he'll get treatment, and we'll just see how he rehabs through that.
We've also seen Leo, Chanel, and Derek Naughty sitting out. Just I know his elbow is still.
Yeah.
Are they looking?
Yeah, elbow back. Yeah, they're both doing good. Range of motion for Nadi, and then Leo's close. You know, he's doing a nice job.
What exactly is ailing Leo? I don't think.
His back. Yeah.
Coach, just to go back to Patrick for a second, I wonder if he's so hardwired to go for it, but now as he's matured, you know, he's learned other ways. Do you actually find that you need to prompt that as more than you would have in the past to get him
Check
take it down?
No, he's got a good feel for that. Right now in the pass camp, you're challenging him to take the difficult throw.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, all we're doing is throwing the ball. So you can check it down, and the defense knows that, so they get deep drops. I mean, you can sit there and check it down all day, but you're not getting work on those tight window throws. A great opportunity to work those here. So it's not going to be the guy that's wide open necessarily. It's going to be where you got to dot it. It helps you with your accuracy and velocity and timing, all those things.
It's not like the mindset of late last season where you guys kind of contoured to the playing with the defense, knowing how they could handle it. It goes into this season. I mean, he's
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Just see how it all rounds out. But you've got a little bit more speed on the outside than maybe we did last year. So, if you can use it, you use it. If it's available, take it. If not, you work your progression.
Andy, what consume?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Coach, what are you gonna do for your break? What are you and your wife gonna do? Are you gonna put your Super Bowl ring on? Do you ever wear your ring?
I don't. Keep this one sacred, right there. I don't wear the other one. Others, she wears them. I'm not sure but she likes to wear them, and but I'll take a break here. I've got a place out west there. I'll go veg for a minute, but still keep my eye on things.
Andy, what did consume most of your time during your self-scout or self-evaluation during the offseason? We've seen you work on the deep passing game, but I just wonder if that consumed most of your time now.
Yeah, well, it's getting that timing down with the new people, and then what do the new people do well? So let's see what they can do. Now, with Xavier, we weren't able to do a whole lot of that because of the injury, but. You bring McCole back in, and then you've got Hollywood. You got two fast guys, so you can kind of work some things in there and see what they look like. We kind of know the game between 4 and 87 and how they work off of each other. But we were able to expand that too and give them a little bit more to work on. But I would tell you just how the pieces are going to fit is kind of what we spent most of the time on.
We'll do a few more. We'll go Matt.
Coach, Travis has said that Jared Wiley is light years ahead of where he was as a rookie as far as understanding the offense and getting in. How important is that, especially, with the idea that you want to back off Travis's workload a little bit, kind of manage his time somewhat?
Yeah, I don't know how much we're going to back off on his time. He wants to be worn out. We can help him with that. But Wiley, he's got a good feel, but he's also got two good guys there between Noah and Trav that he can bounce things off of. And Tom's been doing it. We're into the offense more than what Trav was in, than what we were when Trav was coming up. And so those guys help share it, and Tom does a nice job teaching them and spending extra time with them. And and he comes from a passing offense, so he's had a couple of different ones, but he. Good passing offense. He's got a nice feel for the game. He's a big target. He's a good player.
Todd, you were talking to your son Spencer down at the Super Bowl about if you could ever really turn it off, and he said, generally you'll find you in the office with cards, writing plays. Do you ever take, how much time do you really take off, or is your mind always on making plays in football?
I try to take the mornings and or the evenings and just spend a little bit of time with it every day. I mean, I enjoy doing it. So, but my grandkids occupy some time when I get this break. 13 of them. That's a lot of juggling, right? So you want to spend as much time as you can with them, and you're not thinking about football when you're doing it. You're thinking about them jumping off the cliff or something, doing something crazy. So you gotta keep a close eye on them.
PJ?
Andy, I know bringing back experienced guys is always crucial to this team. I mean, just how much can that aid you in the offseason, OTAs, and everything, just with the competition?
Say the first part of that.
Just with bringing veterans back every year.
Yeah.
Just how much does that help?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, they set the tempo on it, and they create the competition. I think that you're talking about here, and you hear them jabbing out. I mean, you've heard it yesterday. We're down right by you guys, and you hear them challenging each other as much as they can in a non-contact environment here. So, but there's good competition on both sides of the ball against each other, and I think that's healthy and important. So, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, good. Thank you.
Have a good break.
You too.